day. Here's what that looks like on our drifting smoke map, but it's really just through the early part of this week. Less of a concern as the week goes on, and heading into the long weekend, we are anticipating sunny skies. So that's your tease. Stay tuned for the 7-day forecast. Air quality health index today, we're at about a 5 here in the city of Toronto. So that is moderate risk. Not as bad as it was 2 weeks ago, but just worth mentioning. A little bit of concern there. We are already at 30 degrees, feeling like 36 in Toronto. It feels like 41 already at this hour in Windsor, Ontario. I say already because we still have hours of daytime heating to come, and these temperatures and humidex values are expected to go up. Seasonal norm is 27 degrees. As mentioned, we've been at least 2 degrees warmer than that all month long as far as a median temperature is concerned here in Toronto. Yesterday's high was 32 degrees. The record to beat today is 34.4. So we could come close. There's the heat warning. You can see how widespread it is, especially north of Lake Erie, north of Lake Ontario, and then in through some northern sections of Ontario. There's your patio forecast for tonight. It is going to be dry. It's going to be one of those very hot summer nights where, as you can see, the temperature remains in the 30s right through the early to mid evening. And then overnight tonight, we drop to a low, depending on where you are in the GTA, could be about 22 to 24 degrees. Very uncomfortable for sleeping. So make sure you're doing what you have to do to keep yourself cool. There's tomorrow, another sunny day. Not quite as hot as today, but still muggy, still hot, still above seasonal. Satellite and radar, not much to show you here. What I do want to point out is the fact that we could get a few showers into the day on Wednesday. Here's what that looks like on the forecast radar. Southwest Ontario, slight risk later on today. Here's a look at Wednesday, 2 p.m. and then into Thursday. Chance of showers as well. Very quick look at your 7-day forecast. Look at that relief from the heat. Hey, we welcome August on Friday with a high of only 25 degrees. Natalie, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Liz.
Well, Lindsay Morisson joins us now. And Lindsay, I was just in Jamaica where it was hot, but this is something else.
I mean, we expect it to be this hot in Jamaica, but here at home, my goodness, it's been 1 week after another with this summer heat. Are you enjoying it?
You know what? As the lady said in Jessica's story, you know, we only have so much summer. And people are saying like summer's almost over, the dog days of summer. I'm like, hang on, it's still July, but I think I saw a few leaves falling. So.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, I don't want to jump that far ahead, but August is arriving this week.
That's
so,
true.
yes, it is time to start, if you haven't been already, making the most of summer, because I agree, it's very short here in Canada, isn't it? I want to step outside and show you something else that we spotted earlier today. Look at that, Andrea. That's a cruise ship that was docked near Cherry Beach today. Something you don't always see out on Lake Ontario, but this is pretty cool. A Viking cruise, and yeah, it was a nice day to spend some time by the water. This is if you can handle the heat. I know this type of weather isn't nice for everyone, but we had a pretty blue sky today. There was concern about a little bit of haze and wildfire smoke. Fortunately, not a big deal for today. Nothing compared to what we experienced 2 weeks ago, but it is something we'll be keeping an eye on for the next couple of days here, and of course through the rest of summer. 33 degrees this hour in Toronto, humidex 40. The record to beat on this day was set back in 1964, and it's about 34.4 degrees. We're close to that right now. We'll see what happens. I'm not too sure that we're going to break that record, but we remain warm into tonight. 22 is our forecast overnight low. Normal overnight low at this time of year is around 17 degrees, so we are well above that. And then tomorrow, another 30-degree day. If we hit that, I believe it's going to be our 18th 30-degree day of the season. Humidex 38, light winds, mix of sun and cloud. There is a 30% chance, we'll call it, chance of a passing shower through tomorrow late afternoon and early evening. It's not looking like a sure thing at this point, but again, just some worth being aware of as you make your outdoor plans for tomorrow. We do have a few thunderstorms rumbling their way through extreme southwest Ontario. That's the part of the province that could be a little more active as we progress through this week, anticipating that it's going to be mostly quiet here in the GTA. We've technically had enough rain to match our average monthly rainfall in Toronto, but it happened very quickly, and we haven't had a whole lot of rainy days. Here's tomorrow afternoon. Again, chance of a passing shower. We don't see a lot of signs of it on our forecast radar. Perhaps a different story, though, as we make our way into Wednesday. Heads up for, again, a couple of scattered showers. showers, nothing all that significant. And then as we make our way into Thursday morning, Windsor to London to Hamilton to Niagara, chance of some wet weather for you. But at this point, it looks as though that is going to stay south of the GTA for the most part. So Thursday is a dry day. Look at the temperature change. Daytime highs around 25, 26 degrees and a whole lot of sunshine, which looks to follow us right through the long weekend. Andrea, back to you.
Thanks, Lindsay.
Now, medium average temperature in July has been 29 degrees this year. On average, our daily average temperature is around, or our seasonal norm, I should say, is about 27 degrees. So we've been well above that all month long. There's the heat warning that remains in place. It'll be in place for tonight and for tomorrow. Then things will start to change a little bit. Still 32 degrees, still feeling like 40. This is a night that you want to maybe hit up a patio. It's going to be, temperature-wise, we're still going to be at about 30 degrees at 8 p.m. Lots of sunshine, clear skies, light winds overnight tonight. Some may continue to find it a little hot and a little uncomfortable. Overnight tonight, we drop to a low of about 22 degrees, above that 20-degree threshold, so a little uncomfortable for sleeping, and well above seasonal. 17 is our average overnight low this time of year. And then tomorrow, a bit of a repeat, not quite as hot and humid as it was today, but 32 degrees is going to feel like 38. And for the most part, we are anticipating a mix of sun and cloud. We do, however, have a slight chance of a quick passing shower or even a thunder shower over the next day or so here. But tomorrow it's looking like just a chance of showers. And then this is just a little clue as to what's coming later this week. Some relief from the heat, cooler temperatures and low humidity by the time we reach Thursday and Friday. Bit of active weather at this hour across southwestern Ontario. We've had a couple of thunderstorm watches and warnings in place. Let me show you our next best chance of maybe experiencing some active weather. It's not a sure thing. Here's about 4:30, 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. There's one chance of quick passing showers. And then into Wednesday, there's midday. Maybe have the umbrella handy for that day. Shouldn't last long, very scattered in nature. I'm watching this disturbance from Windsor to London to Hamilton to Niagara for maybe some wet weather into Thursday morning. But at this point, it looks as though that will stay south of the GTA. There's our cool down. 26 degrees on Thursday, 25 on Friday as we welcome August. Just lovely. And look at that run of sun into the long weekend, back up around 30 degrees by Monday. That's the weather for now. Natalie, over to you.
Thank you, Lindsay. Still to come this hour, one down.
Going to be another hot one tomorrow. Make sure the kids have their hat, their sunscreen, and maybe an extra water bottle for camp. Conditions will be much more comfortable for outdoor activities later in the week. Stay with us. Your forecast recap is coming up.